So, welcome back. We finished everything in the first section of the notes, so it's time to do your first set of problems on your own. And these can be found in Canvas, so I thought I'd just give you a quick instruction video how to get there and what to do once you get to the assignment. So, from the home page for this class, you'll go to Chapter 0, that's where we are. That'll be where you find all your daily lessons. And for today, since everything in section 01 has been covered, you can use today to work on the 01 problems. And there's the link right here. So you just click on that. That will take you to the problems. This is what I see. This is what you will see. Okay, so this will be what all of your homework assignments pretty much look like. And they'll all be in Canvas. And the problems themselves are actually in this link to this PDF document. So the first thing you're going to want to do is go ahead and click on that link. That'll open the file there. Let's make it a little bigger there. Cool. So 01 problems. You can see that there are 8 questions total in this assignment. For the first 4, you need to state the domain and range of each relation, just like we did in the notes, and then determine whether each is a function, yes or no. For 5 through 8, excuse me, for 5 through 8, you just need to name the quadrant in which that point is located. So there's nothing in this assignment that we haven't talked about in the notes. We've done several examples just like all of these. So how it'll work, what I would suggest when you're working on problems like these is grab a piece of paper just like you do with your notes. Work out all the problems on paper first. Don't worry about doing anything on Canvas yet. Do all the problems on paper. Once you've got all the answers, then we can talk about what that means for what you do in Canvas. So let's actually do number 1 together. This is a nice bonus if you decide to watch this video. So for number 1, we've got 3 coordinate pairs here in this relation. We want to state the domain and range. So the domain would be the x coordinates of those 3 points. And the x's are 2, 3, and 1. So if we put those in order from smallest to largest, the domain is 1, 2, 3. The domain is 1, 2, 3. So if I were doing this, I would write that down on my paper. Number 1, domain, 1, 2, 3. And then what I could do is, once I had that done, you'll see here question 1 says problem 1 domain only. Okay, so on Canvas, I couldn't do multiple questions on the same question, if that makes any sense. So this says that there are 16 questions, but in reality, there are really only 8 problems. And you'll see why in just a sec. Question 1 is just the domain for problem 1. And we said that that was 1, 2, 3. And this is telling you how to type that in. It says put them in ascending order, so from smallest to largest, inside those curly braces. So it should look something like this. This is just an example. Obviously, our answer is not going to have these numbers in it. But you start with that curly brace. So to type in this, I'm holding Shift, and it's the key just to the right of the P key. That's that open curly brace. We'll put 1, 2, 3. And then the closed curly brace is the button right next to the open curly brace. So that's Shift and then that key. Okay, so that's the domain for that one. Question 2 is still problem 1, but just the range. So let's go back here. The range is all the y values in order from smallest to largest. So that would be 7, 10, 6. And in order, that would be 6, 7, 10. So let's go back, and that's going to be 6, 7, 10. And you can put spaces between those numbers or not. Either way, it should be okay. But you do need to separate them with commas and put the curly braces in there. Question 3 is this relation a function? Type yes or no. You don't even have to put an explanation like we did in the notes. It just wants yes or no. So we have to determine whether number 1 is a function or not. And remember, anything is a function if every x has just one y. So if all the x values are different for these points, the answer is automatically yes. So for number 1, since all the x's are different numbers, 2, 3, 1, then this is a function. And the answer is yes. So we'll put yes there. So just for the first problem, it asked 3 different things: domain, range, and whether it's a function. So you'll have the same thing for number 2, number 3, and number 4. You'll answer all those in the same format. For the last 4 problems that are down here at the bottom, it wants you to name the quadrant in which each point is located. So that's like the questions at the bottom of the backside of the notes. So for typing those in Canvas, all you need to do is type the right Roman numeral, 1, 2, 3, or 4. Sorry. These are just capital I's. So if it's quadrant 1, just type in 1 capital I. If it's quadrant 2, that's 2 of them. Quadrant 3 is 3 of them. Quadrant 4 is a capital I and a capital V. Okay? And if the point isn't in a quadrant, which sometimes it can be, you would just type none, like that. Okay? And that's what you would do for the last 4 problems. So that's it. That's everything you need for this homework assignment. Make sure to turn this in by the due date that you see on Canvas for full credit, and you should be good to go. If you have any questions, shoot me an email, and I will make sure that you know what to do for this assignment. So, good luck, do well, and we'll see you in the next video.